one important thing. I'd like one student to please stand up. And would that be Lauren Mascaro? Please have her stand up. I understand it is your birthday today. So 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday!
I didn't really think that. I had the kids remind me to do that, so I wanted to be sure. We have several things on the agenda tonight, but when we call the students up, I want them to listen to me carefully. When the teachers come up and read your letters, you need to stand up when your name is called, and you need to listen to the letter your parent wrote you. You have to stand there and listen. When they're done reading the letter, then you walk up the stage. Across it will give you a certificate. You walk down the other side, all the way around back to your seat, so we get to see your lovely outfits. So I wanted to let you know the process. So when it comes to Mrs. Boardman introducing the first student, you'll know what's happening. I'd like to introduce Miss Raquel Stevenson.
I just want to point out, Mr. Song, that I am first this time. That's a joke that we have, and science always comes before math. So I get to present the Silver Scholar Award, the very first award of the night. The Silver Scholar Award is best bestowed upon a student, or in this case, students, who have achieved the greatest academic performance during middle school. When I think of this year's recipients, I have visions of Cain and Abel, Romulus and Remus, Thor versus Loki. These two are always in a friendly competition, and that's an understatement. There were backdoor deals for extra credit, arguments with the teachers over every missed point in order to gain a competitive edge. And it seems like neither would give in and turn in a test first. So the tests would go on and on and on. And we actually had to pry the tests out of their hands and kick them out because it was after 2:30. I could have sworn that I saw one trick the other one going to class to see who would get there first. And actually, they had their last competition tonight over who was going to get to read their speech first. So, but in all honesty, though, through all of this friendly competition, they remained the greatest of friends, brothers, who are even more successful when they collaborate. They began with the end in mind, worked very hard, dedicating many hours to study, and persisted till the end to achieve a perfect score. In fact, there could not be a more perfect ending than for both to achieve 100% average for the entire year in all classes. Can we all give that a clap? Maya Angelou once said, and we just recently lost her, but one of her quotes was, "Love life, engage in it, give it all you've got, love it with a passion, because life truly does give back many times over what you put into it." I know these two gentlemen will accomplish great things in the future because of what they put into their lives daily. I'm very honored to present this year's Silver Scholar to, I have to add this one disclaimer that I'm going to announce the recipients in alphabetical order with no particular regard to score. But I will say, Julian Braxton. Woo! And Joshua Brisky. And they've decided between the two of them that Josh is going to go first.
names have been added to the plaque. So this will go up for everyone.
Good afternoon, Quest Middle School. I'm so glad to see that all of these parents, teachers, and even the gloomy students who had rather be at the pool already could make it here today. If I could travel back in time about 5 months ago and tell my past self how much time has flown so quickly, I don't think I would take my own word for it. That's right, it's the end of the year already, even though for all of us it seems like we were just unwrapping a present and sipping some hot chocolate on Christmas morning, no more than 2 weeks ago. Well, maybe not all of us, but let's face it, we've all had a fun year with days both up and down. We will look back at this 8th grade year and remember the good and the bad, the friends that we had, and the homework which made us sad. I will not forget things like the founding of the James Edward Kelly Association, the soccer goals that our school finally got so that we could stop arguing about the goals, the time my fellow NJHS members and I volunteered to sort shoes and other items on our CCA field trip, the blooming of my best friend's rap career, and so many more priceless memories. In just a few short days, we will part ways from our home away from home and move on to high school. From high school, you'll need to keep your grades up in order to get accepted to the perfect college. Then, while in college, you'll study, among other things, and will be equipped with the skills to go out and find a job in the real world. In the real world, you will tackle challenges and solve real-life problems in whatever field you choose to be, and work alongside your coworkers with leadership and teamwork. But I think we're getting way ahead of ourselves here. I mean, we're only in middle school. Do we really have to worry about all this now? Well, you may not be aware of it, but your teachers have been hard at work all year setting a foundation for these later things in life, as well as teaching you the required knowledge. This knowledge is what allows you to not only get through, but to excel on the stars, which is part of why you are here today. I have heard that a lot of people have said the STAR tests were easy, so that is a sign that the teachers doing their jobs very well. Every single one of you has the capability for success. So all you have to do is take things one step at a time.
Quest Middle School students, faculty, parents, and administration, today we are celebrating an important rite of passage in life, graduating from middle school. For those of you who don't know me, I am Julian Braxton, and tonight I will not be giving you a full lecture that will bore you to death, but rather a short reflection on middle school. Over the course of my years at Quest, my mind has been enriched with the knowledge and wisdom of our excellent teachers. This 8th grade year has been a wild ride. Some people were able to hold on, while for others, it was a bit of a struggle. From rigorous courses, long class periods, and lengthy lectures, to fads, such as baseball cards, hacky sack, rap, and even Jim Kelly, a former quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. Many of you foundation members out there know what I'm talking about. There were moments of seriousness, such as when we were reviewing for the STAR test. And funny moments, like when a certain person I won't call out went berserk at the first English party when he ate about 1,000 cookies and was bouncing off the walls like crazy, nearly passing out and throwing up. There were moments of fear, like in history class, when Mr. Locke surprisingly said, "Get out 2 sheets of paper, pop quiz." There were moments of relief, like when we realized that he was only joking about it. In all seriousness, though, I believe that we as an 8th grade class have been adequately prepared by the staff of Quest Middle School for high school, college, and whatever else may face us in the future. The school's teaching has been extraordinary, and the teachers actually take the time to teach a subject instead of just leaving us with a couple of worksheets without any assistance. Granted, not every student was actually willing to listen to and accept the teaching of our faculty, as some may have been talking, staring at the clock, waiting for an interminable creative writing class to end, doodling on some paper, or writing lyrics to Korean pop, in one case. In fact, I'm pretty sure that most of the teachers here feel like they've aged 50 years in one while putting up with our nonsense. Nevertheless, I believe that every student sitting in a seat tonight deserves praise. And even though some could have worked harder than they did, everyone worked hard. On another note, I'd like every student to close their eyes for a second. Imagine the countless times you left a homework assignment, your lunch, I'm guilty of that, PE clothes, or something important at home. Remember the times that you needed to be transported to a location, and you, not having a driver's license, could not do it yourself. Who solved those problems and helped you with those issues? There is one obvious answer to this question: your parents. I could not give a speech tonight without thanking every parent in this entire church, including my own, for all that they have done. Our parents were the ones who brought our lunches, homework assignments, and PE clothes to school, when we carelessly left them at home. No, it may not have always been with a smile, or it may have been accompanied with a, "When are you going to learn responsibility, eye roll?" Or, "I drove here all the way home from work to give you this. What are you doing?" However, our parents are happy to help their children. Or our parents served as chauffeurs when we needed to go places because we couldn't drive, or could we? Anyway, our parents have taken time out of their busy schedules to support us at our plays, award ceremonies, contests, and sports games. They have volunteered at the school so that we could go on field trips, and much of the equipment and supplies we use at the school derive from the parents. Think about it. There are some parents who are never there for their children. And even though they may bug us sometimes, our parents love us, and they only want the best for us in life. So a word to the wise. Listen to your parents, and even when you think they're wrong, discuss the situation with them and try to find a compromise. I'm running out of time, so I'll conclude on this. Thank you, teachers, for instilling the necessary knowledge for high school and beyond. Thank you, parents, for supporting your children and all that they have done. And thank you, students, for staying focused all this school year and being open to education. Graduating from 8th grade is an important milestone in our lives, but in the big picture, our lives out in the real world have just begun. Leaving 8th grade doesn't mean that our lives are over, and we need to remain focused on excelling in life. The future may seem distant from us, and we often take it for granted, but in reality, the future is near. Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to have passing of the torch.